just to make sure. Edgar, Auburndale, Edgar, regional final. Good. Okay. So, I'll look up here. Just give me a thumbs up. Just to make sure. Okay.
almost 50 years, Abbey Bank has been providing financial services to local families and businesses. What makes us different? Our partnership with the communities we serve, helping families grow, helping business grow, and celebrating important moments. With new programs and facilities, support for our youth, and help for those most in need. Abbey Bank invests in its communities and gives back locally. With locations in Abbotsford, Appleton, Medford, Wausau, and Weston, we make banking about you. Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Steve, still sound good here? Sound good? Okay. Joined now by Auburndale head coach Chad Weinfertner. Coach, guys look loose yet concentrated right now in pregame warm-ups. How has their experience in past playoffs prepared them for this game?
You know, it's hard to compare year after year, but experience always helps. So, played a regional final on our home floor last year. Hopefully this year we get a little better result.
Coach, you split with you split with Edgar during the season, both home teams winning. What have you learned about Edgar this year?
You know, they're tough. They play good defense. They're well coached, and we're going to have to make sure we're just as tough as they are.
All right, Coach. Good luck.
Thank you.
Thanks for stopping by. All right, guys. There was Coach Chad Weinfertner, head coach of these Auburndale Apaches right here, as we are set for regional final action. We're here at Tim Anderson Gymnasium. Now it'll be the best 2 out of 3 wins. The winner, the regional final champs, and they'll go on to play sectional semifinals on Thursday. To be determined, but Marathon is staring right down the barrel. Marathon plays later on today, and Marathon probably expected to win, and we'll await the winner of this game. We'll keep you updated on that score, though, as we go. Guys, I'm Jason with the Zaleski Sports Show. You're watching Tri-Media live broadcast, again, here from Tim Anderson Gymnasium in Auburndale. We thank you for stopping by and watching. We've got other live streams going on tonight. We've got Marshfield Regional Final. They're playing against Medford in March. And then Columbus Dons taking on Wild Rose in their regional final at Columbus Catholic High School. So all 3 of those games available for you tonight. ZaleskiSports.com is your quickest path to watch any of them. We thank you, though, for joining us on this one. Make sure to tell your friends to tune in. We're going to have a good one here tonight. We've got a mostly full gymnasium and people still standing in the lobby waiting to get their tickets and get in. So it's going to be a good affair. We've got 2 minutes to national anthem, so we'll take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back for basketball here in Auburndale. From the family at Nasonville Dairy, thank you for watching this presentation of live high school sports. Nasonville Dairy is over 125 years in the making and has been supporting Wisconsin sports for just as long. Nasonville Dairy supports 180 family farms throughout Wisconsin and is committed to supporting local dairy farmers and all the student athletes in central Wisconsin and beyond. NasonvilleDairy.com.
Cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmers Cheese, Pizza Cheese, Queso Blanca, Queso de Friar, Seco, Parma, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Cafeteria, Cafla Graviera, as well as making some Gouda Edam and a little bit of Munster on occasion.
From the family at Nason. For more than 50 years, V&H Automotive has been serving Marshfield and central Wisconsin with new Ford, Lincoln, and Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and Ram trucks. Our professional staff of factory-trained sales associates, as well as parts and service personnel, are here to serve you 6 days a week. We're your neighborhood quick service experts. We provide all the services your car or truck needs most, including an in-depth vehicle checkup report on every visit. Visit us for friendly service and very competitive pricing. See V&H Automotive today. For more than 50 years. All right, we are back here again. We are at Tim Anderson Gymnasium in Auburndale, ready for boys 2018 WIAA State Basketball Regional Final. We've got Auburndale Apaches, Edgar Wildcats, about 30 seconds of national anthem, so we'll get you set up. Here's our pregame. Cooper Weinfertner leads the Apaches, averages 14 points a game. Cale Jacoby down low. He averages 12 points a game. For Edgar, one senior, Josh Burris, a guard, averages 13 points a game. Yep, and it is a freshman. Geez, I thought I had that wrong. Freshman Kyle Brewster, guard, he wears number 23, scores 11. So number 2 for Edgar, Burris, and number 23, Brewster. They'll do all the scoring for Edgar, so those are our players to keep an eye on if you're watching Wildcats and watching Auburndale on defense. And Cooper Weinfertner wears number 1. Cale Jacoby wears 3. And those are the 2 scorers to keep an eye on for Auburndale. It is now time for the national anthem, so we will go to that and then be right back with our starting lineups.
Please stand. Remove all hats. Place your hand over your heart as the Auburndale Pep Band plays our national anthem.
And always a very nice rendition of our Star Spangled Banner by the Auburndale Pep Band. Starting lineups tonight brought to you by Little Sprouts Learning Garden, located inside Auburndale Elementary School. Open year-round, ages 5 to 11, welcome during non-school days. Summer enrollment is available now. Call 715-451-1512. Little Sprouts Learning Garden here in Auburndale.
Sportsmanship is expected and greatly appreciated. Let's have a great game from everyone this evening.
All right, and starting lineups. First for the Edgar Wildcats.
First for the Wildcats. Senior number 2, Josh Burris.
I mentioned Josh Burris wears number 2.
Junior number 3,
Carson
Carson Butt.
Butt. May know Carson from football season, team quarterback. Number 14 is Drew Gooden.
And senior number 32, Cole Latursky.
Kyle Brewster. And number 32, Cole Latursky. Dave Huss, head coach for the Wildcats.
And now the
Starting lineups for the Auburndale Apaches. Number 1, leading scorer, Cooper Weinfertner. Weinfertner, a sophomore, wears number 1. Number 3, Cale Jacoby. Jacoby's a senior. Kason Schmutzer. Schmutzer wears number 5, also a senior for Auburndale.
Senior number 30,
Cam Erdl. Erdl wears number 30. And number 35, Colton Wright. Weinfertner, Jacoby, Schmutzer, Erdl, Wright. A whole trio and really a quartet of three-point shooters in that starting lineup. Cale Jacoby will oftentimes be on the post, but Weinfertner, Schmutzer, Erdl, Wright can all shoot from inside. You'll see Schmutzer also flash through the lane. He'll make appearances down low. And around that 10 to 15 foot range, Schmutzer is a guard forward, and he really does fit a multitude of different positions. So we are just about set here for tip as teams shake hands and get ready. We've got Latursky for Edgar and Jacoby backed out. We've got Wright for Auburndale to tip. So Wright and Latursky will get us started here for regional final action in Auburndale. Tip goes to Auburndale, and Weinfertner will get us started, heads across half-court line, and we are underway. Weinfertner in the corner, shakes, drives baseline, kicks out, Schmutzer. Schmutzer far wing, gets it up to Erdl on the top of the key, and the Auburndale motion offense is at work already. Looking for that first open shot. Edgar defense, though, ready for the game today. And a travel there by Schmutzer. Spun, looked for a pass, got a little caught between a pass and a defender and dragged the heel of his pivot foot. And our first turnover of the game. And Edgar now with the ball for their first offensive possession. Gooden brings the ball up. Gets it down to Burrish. Burrish with the shot. Off the back of the rim, no good. Jacoby skies for the rebound. Cale Jacoby with his first rebound of the game. And Auburndale on attempt number 2 on the offensive side. Weinfertner far corner, looking for Jacoby in the post, not there. Erdl now looks. Jacoby still on the other side on the blocks, not ready for any post maneuver. Weinfertner kicks it back out to Erdl. Erdl on the drive. Weinfertner pops for 3 short. And rebound tipped out of bounds by Erdl. It will be Edgar ball. Burrish kicks the ball out to Brewster. Brewster to Gooden, and around the horn they go. Carson Butt now delivers out to Burrish. Burrish baseline drive, bounce pass, and bounce pass came up empty. Weinfertner there just to grab it. Looking for Jacoby down low. Jacoby working hard down low in the blocks, not able to get open. Schmutzer off the backboard, no. Auburndale missed their first 2 shots. Edgar has missed their first 2 shots. We're still scoreless, 2 minutes into the game. Bursch pops for three, off, short of the rim. Weinferner rebound. Erdl pushes, Jacoby with the ball. Not his spot there, though. He'll give it back. Jacoby's range, useful range, probably within 12 feet. Wright with the three, good! Colton Wright, three-pointer. And the Auburndale crowd erupts with the first points of the game, and it's a three from junior Colton Wright. Edgar now back to work, Brewster with it. Looks to get inside, no. Back to Bursch. Gooden pops from three. Just in and out, no good. Schmitzer with the rebound. Weinferner pushes ahead, back out to Schmitzer. Wright on a screen set by Schmitzer. Schmitzer rolled, Wright didn't see him. Jacoby now looking to get the ball out of his hands so he can reset down low. Schmitzer shows ball, dribbles to the free throw line, stop there. Wright drives, kicks it out to Jacoby. Jacoby up and just off the front of the rim. And rebound Bursch. Jacoby had a good chance there, just a little too strong off the backboard, and Edgar with the rebound. Carson Butt here in the lane, no, kicks it out to Brewster, shot fake, and he traveled on the shot fake, turnover. So we're 3:46 into the game. Auburndale up 3-0. Both these teams scored into the high 50s and low 60s during their regular season matchups. Both teams members of the Merriwood South. And this is not the start either of them are accustomed to. Edgar may be a little bit lower scoring team of the two. Auburndale averages 62 points a game. Edgar just under 60. Weinferner now just inside the three-point line. As Colton Yeske in the game for the first time, and block call there. Erdl on the baseline drive, and we've got a foul on Kyle Brewster. His first.
23, Kyle Brewster, his first.
Close call there, but as these playoffs escalate in intensity, the calls are going to get closer and closer, and that is to be expected. Weinferner now in the inbound. Yeske now, about 22 feet away. Yeske now will, usually when we see Jacoby Yeske in the game, there's some high-low post action going on. Wright dials up from long range off the back of the rim. So no post action there, instead a long three-pointer. Gooden with the rebound. Out to Brewster. Bursch directing traffic from up top. Sets a screen for Brewster. Again, those two lead Edgar in scoring. 13 and 11 points respectively. As Bursch dribbles in the drive, jump in the lane, jump step, and he's got points now. Bursch on the board first for the Wildcats. So again, look for 24 and 3 to work the post high and low, and they're in there together. They are now, as Wright dribbles around. Jump stop in and rolls in. Colton Wright out to another fast start tonight. He scored the first 6 for Auburndale yesterday, and he's got the first 5 today for the Apaches. Brewster on a screen set by Baumgartner. Baumgartner, the tallest Wildcat at 6'3", in the game now, and he's guarded by Erdl down low. They look to him, no. Three-pointer here on the way, in and out. No good, rebound Erdl. Brewster again for 3. He's 0 for 2 from that long range. Yeske into Jacoby, wide open into the basket, and good. One post player to another, and they certainly know how each other operates, and it's easy for a post player to see another one coming open because he knows exactly what that would look from his point of view on the inside, and that's how that worked there with Yeske into Jacoby for 2. 7-2 now, 11:53 to go in the first half. Bursch at the top of the key, looks in, no, nobody open there. Brewster now, screen Baumgartner. Baumgartner rolls, gets it in there, tipped away, out to Wright. Screen game active for Edgar, not unable to yield any points, though, to this point in the game. There's Weinfertner over to Ertl in the corner. Looking for Jacoby down low. Instead, Weinfertner for three off the front of the rim, no good. Yeski dives to the rebound. Baumgartner hauls it in, and Edgar will go the other way. Auburndale bigs crashing the board on the defensive end as things getting a little physical here, and they're going to call a foul now. Foul is going to be called on 14, I believe, Gooden. We'll see the call here, but I believe that's where it was, and it is. So Gooden with his first foul. And we've got a quick timeout. We'll keep it here. So 7-2, 11-11 left in the first half. Colton Wright with 5 for Auburndale. Jacoby with 2. And for Edgar, the 2 points, their only 2 points, scored by Josh Burish, averaging 13. He's got their first 2. Again, we're brought to you today by Little Sprouts Learning Garden, located inside Auburndale Elementary, open year-round, ages 5 to 11, welcome during non-school days. Summer enrollment is available now. Call 715-451-1512, Little Sprouts Learning Garden here in Auburndale. So after the foul on Gooden, Auburndale will get the ball in from the baseline here. They'll go the distance of the court after that foul. Weinfertner will bring it up. Marth in the game. Jacoby out for Auburndale. So Jacoby, his first break of the game. Burish with a tip. Fast break opportunity here. Burish going to take it over. Weinfertner up and good. Steal and score there by Josh Burris. Cuts the Auburndale lead to 3. Marth now top of the key over to Wright. As we see Schmutzer looking to come back in. He had subbed out for Yeski about 3 minutes ago. So Schmutzer at the scorer table waiting to come back in. The next dead ball. And we've got a foul now called on Carson Butt, number 3 Butt. And this game is being called tight, is what I would call it right now. That was a little touchy there. Butt was on him, though. And as we set the tone now for the game, we know exactly what to expect going forward as Coach Huss lets the officials know that he wasn't quite sure it was going to be called like this. But he's been advised, and now they're all set to go. Coach Weinfertner for Auburndale sits comfortably on the bench right now with Huss for Edgar pacing and roaming the sideline, taking out some of his excitable energy over there as Auburndale now back in action. Carter Wilcott in the game along with Schmutzer and Marth. So the only 2 starters left now, Schmutzer and Weinfertner, the only starters on the court for Auburndale. And it's both starters, they're working the ball together. Schmutzer now with the ball from Weinfertner, being harassed by Drew Gooden. Wilcott now looks into Yeski. Yeski faces the basket, dribbles, cut off. And out to Weinfertner in the far corner. Nice hedge move on the screen there to contain Weinfertner as Marth now drives to the basket. He's cut off by Baumgartner. Good defense here by the Wildcats as Schmutzer goes up. No. And over the back is going to be called on Marth. Aaron Marth will pick up his first foul of the game. Edgar Wildcat defense standing tall on that possession. They were firm in their resolve, especially after the foul was called on Gooden. And they decided, all right, we can play within the rules. We're going to be physical, and we're going to clamp down, and they did. Number 14, Gooden here calling out play number 2, taps the top of his head. So his Wildcats are familiar with this, I assume, and they're all set to go. And we've got an illegal screen called on number 32, Cole Latursky. Make sure of that call, but that looks like who it was. And Latursky, as the Wildcats have been doing this first half, they're working screens under the basket, getting their shooters free, and he wasn't quite set when he made his. So it's the 4th foul now for Edgar as they're in early team foul trouble with 9:10 left in the first half. Yeski out of bounds, and that'll go the other way. His left foot was out of bounds when he started his baseline drive. A good drive attempt by Yeski, but just that left foot too close to the line and landed out of bounds right on the Auburndale B. And that's where the Edgar Wildcats will inbound right now. (7-4), 9 minutes to go in the first half. Brewster gets the ball back up top to Latursky. Gutenberg wide open from the top for three off the back of the rim. Schmutzer rebound. Nice look by Burish there, but unable to get it to fall, and he stands at 4 points, and Edgar is at 4 points. Schmutzer now top of the key, looks in, free throw line, pivots, gets it out to Yeski. Yeski had Latursky jumping at him on the shot fake. There, pick and roll now for Yeski. Cut off, though, by Latursky. Good defense again by Edgar here, as they're prepared for Auburndale today. Jacoby turns and fires off the front of the rim, no good. A rebound, Brewster, as he crashed the boards and gets his Wildcats going the other way. Tight game here at Tim Anderson Gymnasium in Auburndale. Again, thanks for watching this Tri-Media broadcast. We thank you for watching. We've got other action tonight. Marshfield Medford and Columbus Catholic taking on Wild Rose. All three boys regional finals going on tonight, and we've got three good ones. We've got them all here. And for quick access to any of those games, ZaleskiSports.com. Schmutzer now brings the ball up for Auburndale. Spin, he pushes Brewster off there just a bit, and the game being called as tight as it is, got to be wary of doing something like that. No call. Schmutzer looks into Yeski. Yeski in the lane, gets it back out. Wilcott, bounce pass. A little too much for Jacoby, but Jacoby able to bring it in. And they'll reset with Weinfertner at the top. Schmutzer again on the drive. Yeski a little bit out of his range too. Both he and Jacoby don't shoot much outside of 12 feet. Not that they can't, they're just not in the offense. And we've got a travel on Schmutzer. Dragged his pivot foot as he was looking for an open Jacoby down low, and that slight hesitation caused the turnover. And we've got some debris on the court here. Looks like something that Coach Huss has decided does not belong on the court. It's been removed, given to our PA announcer for good luck, apparently. And they'll talk about that. Don't know where it came from. I think they may be talking about if that came from behind our scores table, and that would be... Yeah, and that's what they suspect, that it came from somebody behind the scorers table. And nothing good happens from that. There are certain ways to help the outcome of your team, and cheering loud and supporting your team are the best ways. Throwing things on the court are never going to help your team win. Under 7 minutes now in the first half. Edgar with the ball. Burish now around the screen set by Latursky. Back out to Brewster. So again, Edgar very comfortable here working these screens, and they're going to continue setting them as a three is launched up there and no good by Gooden. Might have been partially blocked. Weinfertner now on the drive. He's inside the lane, kicks it out to Wright. Colton Wright back in the game. Yeski on the drive, up with the right hand, no. Jacoby tips it out, unable though to be corralled by Weinfertner. Ball goes out of bounds to Edgar. Still 7-4, we've been stuck on 7-4 here for a while, I think. Tight game here. Both teams very familiar with each other, as I said before, both Merriwood South participants. They've played each other twice. Each team won their home game. So advantage would seem to be Auburndale, and they have a 3-point advantage now with 6:05 left in the game. But in playoffs, anything can happen. Latursky rises from 12, no good. Ertl with the rebound. Weinfertner, Ertl looked at a three, no. Pushed off, and that's an offensive foul. There was no doubt about that. Offhand, pushed out, cleared the way, and obvious offensive call there. First on Ertl, second team foul for Auburndale. So Edgar 4 fouls, Auburndale 2. Edgar had 4 fouls in about the first 7 minutes. Haven't fouled since. We thought they might be in foul trouble with that happening, but no, not the case at all. Back on offense though now. And Gooden dribbles around. Stares down Yeski. He loses his dribble. Burrish to Brewster now. Brewster had a screen opportunity, gave it up. Burrish got Yeski in the air temporarily. As they switch, Weinferner had him. Now it's over to Gooden. With the tight game now, Coach Weinferner up out of his seat. He's wants to have a little bit different perspective on the game as teams have been stagnant here. His team unable to score for the last number of minutes. Edgar the same. Weinferner now asking for that same offensive foul on his guys. Didn't get it though. Latursky up and traveled. Well, both teams on the offensive end facing stiff defenses and unable to get any real shots off. We've had a number of turnovers, a couple offensive fouls, and that leads to no points every time. Weinferner now sets up his offense. Pick and roll up top with Jacoby. That stunts the Auburndale offense for now. Cam Ernold off the back of the iron, no. And we've got a double foul going to be called, and both on number 3, Jacoby and Butt, each called with a foul, so double foul and both on number 3, but we're going to talk about it here a little bit and see if they want to change their mind. We'll see what the outcome here of this conversation is. Okay, so they wave off the fouls, but they do call a jump ball. So fouls were called initially. They changed the call to a jump ball. All I know is there were about 6 hands going for the ball. And from this angle, I have no call to be made. That's why I'm up here and they're down there. All right then, Drew Gooden brings the ball up. 4:25 left to play in the first half, and in a very unlikely low-scoring game here, 7-4 Auburndale lead. Nobody would have predicted that type of scoring, and another offensive turnover. This one for Edgar, as a 3-second call was administered in the lane as Latursky camped out down there as he was waiting for an entry pass, didn't get it, and 3-second call. Ertl looks into Jacoby. Jacoby a little far out. He's going to back his way in though. Turn right hand, no. Rebound, yes, up and good. And one. Cale Jacoby got the ball a little bit further outside of the lane he would have liked. He spun to his left, dribbled, banged his way in, and then got his own rebound on the miss and put it through, fouled, and he'll shoot now for his 3-point play. Jacoby free throw good. Auburndale, very good free throw shooting team. They don't miss many. And the first free throw today is up and good for Auburndale. 3-point play, then doubles their lead from 3 to 6. It's 10-4. 3:55 left. Carson Butt with the ball. Again, he's football quarterback, so he knows how to direct an offense, and he does it there. Gets it down to Latursky for 2. Cole Latursky, his first entry on the scorebooks, and Edgar now with 6. Burrish with the other 4 Wildcat points. Schmutzer now looks in. Nobody in front of him. All his teammates on the other half of the court, and he swings it over there. Jacoby down low. Big up and good. Cale Jacoby does it again. Gets contact, draws the contact really on his way up. Smart player as a senior. He's got that experience. He knows how to make that happen. And he goes to the line now on consecutive offensive possessions for a 3-point play, both times making a shot and fouled. And his second free throw attempt now is up and just short to bounce off the front of the rim, and momentum carried it all the way back out. So he's 1 for 2 from the line. But Jacoby now starting to make his way in this game here a little bit. He can be a force. He can really be a force to be reckoned with in a game. As Burrish just inside the three-point line, his foot on the line. And he landed awkwardly on his way down. Burrish is limping on his way back. And an offensive foul on Cooper Weinferner. Man, oh man. As I said earlier in the first half, game being called very tight. And most contact is being called. And so I know both coaches will talk about that during halftime. They may not have been quite prepared for that. That was a touchy one, but offensive foul, and that was called earlier. They've been consistent with that. Right or wrong call is not for me to say, but they've been consistent with that the whole game. Gooden now brings the ball up for the Wildcats. It's 12-6, 2:50 left in the game. Left in the half, my apologies. Jeez, that'd be a really fast game. All right. Carson Butt now over to Brewster. Gooden really traveled there, but they didn't get called. 3 on the way for Brewster, no good. Erdo pushed out on his way out. Brewster misses the shot. Weinferner off of Brewster, who was standing directly out of bounds. Nothing called here at all. Unbelievable sequence. Unbelievable sequence there. I saw a traveling violation, a guy out of bounds with the ball, and now right with a 3, no. That would have blown the top off of this joint. There was an obvious travel, there was a foul, there was a guy out of bounds with the ball, and a rebound, and fouls on the ensuing shot. Nothing was called the whole time. Unbelievable. Brewster along with his 3. Erdo now dribbles around and up. Offensive foul, Cam Erdo. No. Hold on. He called a charge, but then he signaled 2 free throws. Let's find out what's going on here. I think the referee just signaled the wrong call, and Coach Huss is not happy. Not happy. That's about the only way you could describe Coach right now for the Edgar Wildcats. Not happy, and I can't say that I disagree with him. There was a charge call made. The motion was charged. The foul was blocking, and now 2 shots for Cam Erdo. Interesting times here in Auburndale as we finish out the first half. Erdo up and good with his free throw on the charge change to block. Wow. 1:51 left. Erdo now with his second free throw on the shooting foul, as it turned out, and makes both of them. All right, well, who knows what's going to happen next. 1:45 left. I do know the clock will eventually tick down when we go to halftime. That's the only guarantee from this point forward. And it is not a money-back guarantee with what I've seen now. And traveling again. Man, oh man. Regional finals, and I don't even know if it's nerves. I think the defenses are so stiff right now, and they are not bending at all, that these offenses are just out of their norm. Weinferner loads for 3. Boom! Cooper Weinferner. And the crowd rises to their feet here in Auburndale. We will go to commercial, and we'll be back at 17-6 Auburndale. Automotive has been serving Marshfield and central Wisconsin with new Ford, Lincoln, and Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and Ram trucks. Our professional staff of factory-trained sales associates, as well as parts and service personnel, are here to serve you 6 days a week. We are your neighborhood quick service experts. We provide all the services your car or truck needs most, including an in-depth vehicle checkup report on every visit. Visit us for friendly service and very competitive pricing. See V&H Automotive today. For more than 50...
The YMCA's for Youth Development. The YMCA is for healthy living. The YMCA is for social responsibility. You belong at the Marshfield Clinic Health System YMCA. The YMCA is for youth development. The YMCA is for healthy living. The YMCA.
Okay, we're back here in Auburndale. Again, Tim Anderson Gymnasium is the place. And things have been a little bit crazy here in the last few minutes. We hope, though, to get it all figured out. Auburndale up 17-6 as we come towards a minute to play. Burrish riser for three, too long. May have been off of Erdl. We'll see on the call here. And it was. So Edgar retains possession on that missed three. Had some fascinating moments to watch here in the first half. We really kind of dragged on from about the 9-minute mark all the way to about the 3-minute mark, and then things got upside down. And probably take a highlight tonight on the Zaleski Sports Show to break it all down, because I'll need to watch all that again to find out what happened. But until then, Edgar keeps the ball. Gooden with it, looks at Weinferner. Swings the ball down and around and gets it up to Burrish, and Edgar will restart. Again, it's been a defensive game here. Auburndale a little bit more offensive-minded than Edgar on the norm as Butt drives baseline. Gets it through, up and good. Quarterback and point guard Carson Butt dipped his shoulder down like he was running through the three-hole and got himself in position to get that shot up and good. 8 points now for Edgar, and it's 17-8. 25 seconds in the first half. Auburndale looks to hold now for the last shot of the half. At least that's what it appears to be. We'll see what happens. Jacoby hands off to Weinferner. And they will hold for what looks to be the last shot of the half. Weinferner off a Jacoby screen. Wright dials up a long three. Good! Holton Wright. Timber! Gooden almost got it right back, though, just across the half-court line. Just long, though, is that shot. So the end of a somewhat wild half, or at least a wild last 3 minutes of the half. And it's Auburndale 20, Edgar 8. We'll take a couple minutes here for me to figure up stats, and we'll be right back. Being named champion here in the WIA playoffs. We are brought to you today by Little Sprouts Learning Garden, located inside Auburndale Elementary. They are open year-round, ages 5 to 11, welcome during non-school days. Summer enrollment available now. We're really controlled by Auburndale, and Edgar had 4 fouls in those first few minutes of the game. And then we went into a lull for about 8 minutes, and then the whole world went upside down. We had turnover after turnover going on, and it's 20-8 lead here at halftime. Halftime as they come in again at ZaleskiSports.com. You can find the link for the game you're watching now. You can also find links for Marshfield Medford Regional Final in Division 2 and Columbus Catholic Wild Rose Regional Final Division 5. So we've got regional finals times 3, Division 2, Division 4, and Division 5. It's all happening here, and it's all happening now. So we thank you for watching.
Questa refere Sico, Parma, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflateri, Cafla Graviera, as well as making some Gouda Edam and a little bit of Munster on occasion.
From the family at Nasonville Dairy, thank you for watching this presentation of live high school sports. Nasonville Dairy is over 125 years in the making and has been supporting Wisconsin sports for just as long. Nasonville Dairy supports 180 family farms throughout Wisconsin and is committed to supporting local dairy farmers and all the student athletes in central Wisconsin and beyond. NasonvilleDairy.com.
Cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmers Cheese, Pizza Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa refere Sico, Parma, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflateri, Cafla Graviera, as well as making some Gouda Edam and a little bit of Munster on occasion.
From the family at V&H Automotive has been serving Marshfield and central Wisconsin with new Ford, Lincoln, and Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and Ram trucks. Our professional staff of factory-trained sales associates, as well as parts and service personnel, are here to serve you 6 days a week. We're your neighborhood quick service experts. We provide all the services your car or truck needs most, including an in-depth vehicle checkup report on every visit. Visit us for friendly service and very competitive pricing. See V&H Automotive today. For more than 50...
You belong at the Marshfield Clinic Health System YMCA. The YMCA is for youth development. The YMCA is for healthy living. The YMCA is for social responsibility. You belong at the Marshfield Clinic Health System YMCA.
All right, we're back here in Auburndale. Again, Tim Anderson Gymnasium's the place. Auburndale, Edgar, and regional final. Some scores from around the area. Marshfield up 25-16 over Medford at the half. And Columbus up big, 43-28 against Wild Rose. Both those games just tipped off second half. And we're about to tip off second half right now. We're glad you're here. 20-8, Auburndale up over Edgar to this point.
We begin the second half of Auburndale in possession of the basketball.
And Auburndale will get us started as Schmutzer looks to inbound. Ertl over to Weinfertner. Back to Schmutzer where the second half all started. Jacoby looks in, misses, or really well guarded, a flashing right there, and works it all the way back out and around. Jacoby looks now to set up down low as he comes around to the near side. And he's got position down there over Burrish. Passed up though. Weinfertner, long three off the front of the rim. Jacoby's attempt to tip it up, no, and Edgar with the rebound. So Auburndale up on one hand comfortably 20-8. On the other hand, though, uncharacteristically low scoring game, and that could work against them as Jacoby with the block, but they're going to call a foul on Jacoby as Latursky went up under the basket, and Latursky will shoot two.
First personal, first team foul in the second half. Latursky shooting 2 free throws from Edgar.
A lot of games that was not a foul. Today's game, the way they're blowing the whistle, that is a foul, and that was called the whole first half like that. Latursky's up and good. Sometimes you just got to follow the lead of the officials on how these games are being called, and it may be inconsistent from other games you played, but it's been consistent for this game. And the miss there, and off the hands of Auburndale's Ertl, and Edgar retains possession. And Burrish will inbound from under the basket. Schmutzer turns his back to him as he guards anything under the basket. And good. Burrish gets it in and up, and blocked by Schmutzer. Kason Schmutzer with a big block down low. Jacoby drives now. He heads in. No. Rebound up to Gooden. Had a little contact there with Latursky. I don't think it was enough to alter his shot. He just missed. Burrish watches flashes in the lane go by him. Gets Schmutzer up. Doesn't make the shot. Gooden for three. Yes. 3-point shot for Drew Gooden. And Auburndale now. I'm sorry, Edgar with the first 4 points of the second half. Auburndale yet to score. 20-12, 16-20 left, so we're just moments into this as Schmutzer drives baseline, cut off, and Brewster with the interception, got his hands up in the right place, gets it over to Butt. Back to Brewster and over to Burrish. Gooden with the ball, just hit a clutch three, a key three, I suppose, maybe a better term for it, just moments ago. Butt drives the lane. Over to Latursky, and he's up and good. Latursky now with the shot. It's a 6-0 Edgar start to the second half. And they've cut the lead now to 6. 2014. Weinfertner mishandles. Gooden with the ball. Landed right in his hands. Pushes up to Brewster. Ertl didn't go for the fake. And Burrish again back with the ball. Stares up Ertl. Gets in the lane on him. Pops. Fadeaway, no. Lost some momentum fading away, and the shot missed by about that same fading distance. And Auburndale now with the chance to score for the first time in the half as Wright airball from the free throw line out of bounds. Both coaches now on their feet, imploring their teams to get going. Weinfertner now settles down in a crouch. Huss in his familiar pacing style as his offense now is underway. Now both coaches down in their crouch. That ball's missed. Long rebound, though, and Latursky gets it. Back to Gooden. Gooden looks in and then looks over to Brewster. Brewster didn't like what Wright had in store for him on defense. Gives it up to Butt in the corner. Gooden now. He'll fire from long range. Good! Drew Gooden with the second three-pointer. And it's a three-point game. It's a 9-0 start for the Edgar Wildcats. A 9-0 start, and they have closed the gap. It was 20-8, now 20-17. And Edgar's got something going on now. They had a talk at halftime, and they took that talk and converted it into 9 quick points. Scored 9 points in the first 3.5 minutes of basketball here, and has Auburndale now in a timeout to get things figured out on their end. This is more of the offense we thought we were going to get in the first half. It's now appeared in the second half, and safe to say we've got a game now. Coach Weinferner talked to his Apaches. They're all set to go. Ertl will inbound to Weinferner, and they'll take their newfound lessons on the offensive end. Weinferner breaks down Gooden, gets it in. No, tipped away, and Burish was grabbed by Schmutzer. As Burish began a fast break there, he was grabbed. Schmutzer's first of the game. And momentum all with the Wildcats right now. And again, Edgar's been playing good defense this whole game, and if this offense keeps up, Auburndale is going to be in some trouble here, I think, as Brewster drives in lane, right hand. He was off balance, gets it back, right hand reverse, and good. Nice move by Brewster, collected himself after the rebound and went up strong with his right hand on the reverse side. Right for three, no. Jacoby rebound, foul on the floor, no shot. And Cale Jacoby working hard, claps his hands and tells his Apaches, let's go. Yeski now will come into the game for Auburndale, as will Baumgartner for Edgar. Schmutzer out and Latursky out. 13:45 left in the second half. 1 point Auburndale lead. Auburndale yet to score in the second half. Been 11 points for Edgar. 11 straight out of halftime. All the momentum with the Wildcats as Jacoby spins and fires good. Cale Jacoby was fired up, and he took that enthusiasm right to the basket, and he's got his Apaches on the board for the first time in the second half. 3-point lead. Can certainly feel some tension here in the gym right now. There's some concern on both ends right now as both teams have got things going on. Bursch a little long. Bursch still limping. Yeah, he was a little bit hurt a couple minutes ago. He's still limping, and his drive there was a little bit hampered by whatever that was, as Butt with the interception on the Weinferner pass. And the fast break is still on here. Gooden under, shoots it wild, and we're going to go the other way. Kind of a wild shot by Drew Gooden as he was looking to get over the outstretched arms of Colton Wright, who was defending him underneath the basket. Trying to get the best angle he could off the glass. Wanted to shoot it high and instead shot it high and way over the rim. And then a foul on Burish afterwards. That's his second of the game. Nobody in real foul trouble here on either team. A couple players with two, and that's about it. For all the fouls that were called, they've been evenly spread out. Yeski with the shot too strong, and Burish with the rebound. Burish now looks at Yeski, passes back around to Gooden. Butt now looks to drive, gets cut off by Wright and Jacoby. Burish for three, off the front of the rim, just left. Missed a short and left. Weinferner rebound. Auburndale with just the 2 points in the second half as we're 6 minutes in. And the Edgar Wildcat defense has been the main cause of that. Jacoby wheels in. He's blocked from behind. Fouled, though, by Brewster. Coach Huss says, "You got to be kidding me." He says the same thing happened down here and no foul. So Brewster with the foul. Jacoby was shooting, so he'll shoot 2. Jacoby 1 for 2 on the night, make it 2 for 3. Jacoby now enters double digits with 10 points tonight and looking for number 11 here. And it is 11 points for Jacoby, 24 for his Apaches, and they're up now 24-19. Jacoby has scored the last 5 points of the half, and it's now a 5-0 Auburndale run after 11-0 Edgar run to start the half. And that was a carry there, there's no doubt about that. Kyle Brewster with an offensive turnover. He's had a couple. The Wildcats have had a number of them. And both teams have been the victim of some, well, irresponsible to irregular ball handling and giving up chances on offense as Colton Wright lines up a 3. Timber! Colton Wright, 3-pointer. Right now joins Jacoby in double digits, Wright with 11, Jacoby with 11. And it's an 8-point lead for Auburndale. Butt had a drive there, gave it up. In it comes to Burrish. Burrish jump stop in the lane. From 5 feet, it rolls in. Josh Burrish with his first points in the second half. He's got 6 for the game. And he leads with Gooden with 6. Both players, Gooden and Burrish, 6 for Edgar. Their top scorers. Ball into Yeski. Spins to his right, fake, up and good. Nice move by Yeski. And the inside duo of Yeski and Jacoby getting things done now in the second half. They've got 6 combined. And they're going to be a tough stop for Edgar if they continue at that pace. Both playing very well here in the second half. Burrish guarded by Yeski. He's going to take Yeski on the drive, cut off there. Jacoby was backing him up on the baseline. Back to Burrish as Edgar has spread out the offense here, looking for Burrish to handle. Off the front of the rim, no. Offensive rebound, but Gooden dials up a 3. That's short. Baumgartner with the rebound, yes. Braden Baumgartner with his first points of the game and gets Edgar back and scoring again. Stops the 7-0 Auburndale run. And it's a 6-point Auburndale lead, 29-23, 9:45 left. Jacoby with left hand pushing. No foul there. He was just making room for himself. It's a senior move there. Brewster spins around Earl. Nice move by Brewster. The freshman there, Kyle Brewster, showing he's got money moves too. Auburndale and Edgar now tit for tat as they come back and forth, exchanging buckets now for the last 5 minutes. It's the game we thought we were going to have with these two coming here. Yeski showed ball. No, up with his right hand, up and good. Colton Yeski, more senior experience for the Apaches, and he did what his training and his practice has taught him. Show ball, pump fake, and then up and through, and he did. And he's got the power as a Auburndale football varsity player. He knows how to bang around in there, and he does just that. And he's got his and one free throw coming up now. Auburndale up by 6. Yeski looking for 7, and no. So 6-point lead. Burrish now with the ball. Gooden looks over Erdl. Nothing going there. Looks inside, tells Burrish, go over here. Burrish does, gets the ball. Burrish out to Gooden for another 3. No, just a bit long on that one. had the right line. He was about to hit his third three-pointer of the half, but just a bit long, and Auburndale now looking to extend their 6-point lead, 8:24 left. Schmitzer baseline up, no shot, foul on the floor. And that foul is on Caleb Hafferman, his first.
And foul on 21, Caleb Hafferman. That's his first personal team foul.
Weinfertner now baseline near side as the Apaches work their inbound play. Erdl comes open on the top. Clock running at 8:15 to go. Yeski over to Jacoby, working the post near to and Yeski went up for the rebound, just couldn't quite handle it and bring it down and out of bounds. Burrish having a talk with the official there on the baseline, getting a couple of his questions ironed out. We'll take a look here for scores across the area. Again, all other Marshfield teams were leading at halftime. Marshfield over Medford and Columbus Catholic over Wild Rose, both at halftime. We're leading, as same here, Auburndale over Edgar. Marshfield a 5 seed in Division II as that ball is thrown away. Marshfield a 5 seed in Division II going up against Medford a 9 seed. Medford upset the number 1 seeded Rhinelander Hodags last night in Rhinelander in overtime to earn that trip down to Marshfield. That did Marshfield a favor as the Tigers look not to have another home game this year, and with their win over Mosinee, that was a rematch from February 6th. They lost to Mosinee by 2. And then with Medford winning, that bought Marshfield another home game, and they play home now regional final in consecutive years. Won last year's final, and we'll get you updated to see what the outcome is this year. Right now up to Weinfertner, top of the key. 7:15 left. Schmitzer again drives baseline up with the right hand. No shot. Foul on the floor. Weinfertner now inbounds from the far side of the baseline. Schmitzer came free for a moment. No. At about 4 seconds, Weinfertner gets it into Jacoby. Cooper sets the offense as Cam Erdl looks to re-enter the game at the next dead ball. For now, though, Schmitzer, Yeski, Weinfertner, Jacoby and Wright. Jacoby with the ball here. Bangs his way, spins to his left. Shot up, no good. Yeski over the back. That's a foul on Colton Yeski. Yeski trying to tip the ball back out and instead climbs over the Wildcat. It's his first foul, though. So again, fouls are evenly spread out. Been a lot of whistles, but no one player in any foul trouble for either team as of now. Carson Butt with the ball, brings it over. Burrish now lines up a 22-footer, way short, and out of bounds. It was Hafferman as he looked to throw it back in, but by the time he let go of the ball, both his feet were on the ground outside of the boundary. Had a furious start here to the second half. We've been a little slow here for the last couple minutes. Not a whole lot of scoring as Wright raises up. No. Hafferman rebound. Gives it off to Gooden, and Gooden sets the offense as Edgar now looks to close their 6-point deficit with 6:10 left in the game. Burrish had Schmitzer up, didn't take the shot. Hafferman may have traveled coming through the lane. And the shot put up by Latursky, no good. Schmitzer with the rebound. So may have got away with the travel there. Missed the shot, did Latursky, and either way, it's Auburndale ball. Weinfertner on the drive, past Gooden. The shot is up. And we're waiting to see here. I think they're going to call him on the floor. Yep. called on the floor. That'll send Weinferner to the free throw line as Auburndale now in the bonus. And Auburndale will shoot free throws the rest of the way with 5:40 left in the game. We're going to get a timeout here by Coach Huss. We'll take one short commercial break, and we'll be right back.
For 50 years, Abbey Bank has been providing financial services to local families and businesses. What makes us different? Our partnership with the communities we serve, helping families grow, helping business grow, and celebrating important moments. With new programs and facilities, support for our youth, and help for those most in need. Abbey Bank invests in its communities and gives back locally. With locations in Abbotsford, Appleton, Medford, Wausau, and Weston, we make banking about you. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
All right, we're back here in Auburndale again, thanks to our special sponsor tonight, Little Sprouts Learning Garden, located inside Auburndale Elementary. Open year-round, ages 5 to 11 welcome during non-school days. Summer enrollment available now. Call 715-451-1512. Little Sprouts Learning Garden in Auburndale. All right, Weinferner now with one shot for sure. We're in the bonus here. Weinferner, very good free throw shooter. Misses, though, that first one. He doesn't miss many. That was a surprise to see by me and most of the people inside Tim Anderson Gymnasium here. Still remains a 6-point Auburndale lead. We're under 5.5 left in the game. Bursch in the lane, spins out. Bounce pass over to Brewster. Brewster mishandles, gets it back though. He's lost his dribble, so passes out to Gooden. I've seen that before where the dribbler, even though he only had one dribble, sometimes will forget he's used his dribble and then turnover, but that's not the case there as Brewster got it back out. So offense is reset now. Gooden on the far wing, passes all the way across the court to Burrish. Burrish defended by Jacoby and good for three. Josh Burrish, and he's got 9 points tonight, averages 11 on the season. And it's a 3-point game after that 3-point shot from Burrish. Now number 3, Jacoby drives. His shot, no. He was contacted going towards the basket. No foul call, ball out of bounds. Edgar basketball. So for the first time since opening tip, Edgar is now in range to perhaps tie the game. They've trailed by as many as 12, but they're down by only 3 right now, as they've outscored the Apaches 20-11 in the second half. Burrish in the lane again, out to Gooden. Gooden for 3 in the tie, no. But battles for the rebound, and a foul is called on Cale Jacoby. Jacoby can't believe it. Coach Weinferner shakes his head. Number 2 on Jacoby, and there were 2 Apaches there battling inside with Butt for the ball. Oftentimes I've seen that as a no call, but the call was made here, and Edgar keeps the ball. It's the 4th team foul for Auburndale, so no foul trouble there team-wise. Butt baseline up, and he's called. Foul is called now on Colton Wright on the block, and that's going to send Butt to the line. 2 shots now for Carson Butt. Back-to-back fouls when Butt's hand has been on the ball, so he's been able to draw some defensive fouls for Auburndale on back-to-back possessions. Butt now with his first of 2 on its way and good. 2-point game now for Edgar. We've got a close one here, and we kind of thought that might happen as we watched the last 4 minutes of the first half. We could kind of see this coming, even though they were down by 12. With 2 tough defenses going at it like they are, these type of comebacks are available, and he makes 1 of 2. It's a 2-point game, 31-29, under 4, until a regional final champ is crowned here in Auburndale. Schmutzer at the top, looks in. Jacoby, the only post player on the floor right now, and he stands under the basket with Latursky looking and keeping an eye on him as Jacoby battles for position underneath. Schmutzer looks at him. He's out on the wing. Weinferner grabbed a little bit as he circled around to flash for the ball. No call made. Weinferner gets the ball here on the near wing. And Energy is picking up here in the gym, as you expect it would in a 2-point game, as we come to 3 minutes left to play in this regional final. Right out to Schmutzer again, and the foul is called. Brewster was a little handsy with Schmutzer, and that'll send Schmutzer to the line. Again, Auburndale's in the bonus, so they will shoot free throws for the rest of this game. This is the 8th team foul on Edgar. The energy definitely picking up here in the gym as both teams fighting. These are Marywood South opponents. They know each other very well. And maybe a surprise that they both are here in the regional final. But they are not surprised to see each other. They're very familiar and very accustomed to seeing each other on the basketball court. Schmutzer hits his first free throw, gets a bonus, and that one's in and out. Schmutzer's first free throws of the game. And we're back to a 3-point Auburndale lead. 3 minutes left. But now, top of the key. Screens are set on both wings. Burris gets it to the right, gets it in to Latursky. He spins into Jacoby, and Jacoby's called with another foul. Tight game here. Tight calls being made. It looked like Latursky might have spun into Jacoby, and again, I've seen oftentimes where that's not called anything. This time, though, it was called a foul. It's the third on Kale. Edgar still keeps the ball, so now both teams will be in the bonus on next fouls. Edgar with 8 team fouls, Auburndale with 6. 2:35 left as Butt's in the lane, and he traveled as he ran into right. Nice drive by Carson Butt. By the time he finished his drive, he found his chest. He found the chest of Colton Wright on his forehead and lost his footing. Traveling call was called, and that's the right call. Full court pressure now being put on by the Wildcats. Jacoby puts the ball down on the floor and then gets it over to Schmutzer. Edgar backs off, but very tight defense being played here by the Wildcats. Very tight, as Gooden is all over Erdl as Erdl drives through the lane. Weinferner harassed. And it's Gooden on Erdl again as Erdl gets it over to Wright, way out at center circle. Wright's in trouble out here as Brewster's on him. Erdl even further out. Erdl finally able to gain ground, gets into the lane, up and good is Jacoby! Cale Jacoby! Nice basket by Cale Jacoby, all made possible by Cam Erdl and his drive through the lane, opening up the bottom of that lane for Jacoby to get space, get the ball, and up. Edgar defense out of position by that point, so great teamwork there by those two, and results in a Jacoby and one opportunity. His free throw is in and out, no good. 2 points though, pushes the lead to 5, and we've got 1:50 left. And regional final on the line here. A trip to sectionals awaits the winner of this game. They likely await Marathon. We'll see, though, the score of that game as Burrish's 3 is in and out. Jacoby with the board. Weinferner bottled up. Gets it over to Jacoby, though. Brewster harasses him, and the Auburndale offense settled down just enough time for Carson Butt to commit a foul. And that'll send Kason Schmutzer to the line. Had to do a double check on the scoreboard right there. Still just 34-29, unusually low scoring game. With as many points as we've had in the second half, that 20-8 first half score doesn't allow for many lights to activate on the scoreboard as Schmutzer is up and good. Schmutzer now 2 for 3 on the game from the free throw line. He's got 2 points, both of them free throws. Free throw number 4 of the game on the way for Schmutzer, and it's good. All right, we're going to take a quick timeout here as these guys take a timeout. It's Auburndale 36, Edgar 29, 127 left. We'll be back. V&H Automotive has been serving Marshfield and central Wisconsin with new Ford, Lincoln, and Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and Ram trucks. Our professional staff of factory-trained sales associates, as well as parts and service personnel, are here to serve you 6 days a week. We're your neighborhood quick service experts. We provide all the services your car or truck needs most, including an in-depth vehicle checkup report on every visit. Visit us for friendly service and very competitive pricing. See V&H Automotive today.
championship play.
All right, 1:27 left. It's Auburndale 5-point lead, 36-29. Edgar will inbound. Carson Butt waits for it. We're going to have a quick conference here with two of the officials as they just get themselves organized, and we're ready now for basketball. So Edgar's going to have to score fast. They've only scored 29, but they've scored 21 in the second half. So they've got it in them to score. We'll find out what happens here as Gooden now drives the lane, kicks out to Burrish. Burrish for three. Yes! Josh Burrish for three. And now it's a 4-point game. I apologize, I said 5 earlier. I was wrong. 4-point game now. And we've got a foul, and probably a good time to start fouling with just over a minute left. Edgar's going to need Auburndale to miss free throws here. Auburndale, a very good free throw shooting team, though. They lead the Merriwood in free throw percentage, and they'll put that to the test right here as Ertl goes to the line for 2. We're in the double bonus. His first is short. First free throw short there for Ertl, so we'll see. They're able to push their lead out to 5. They're up by 4 right now. Ertl good. So Ertl was about 3 inches short in that first one. He gave it at about 5 inches, and that's enough to rattle it home. Gooden now looks. He's had a few three-pointers in this second half. It's a 5-point game. He dials up a long one there. Had the right length on it, but it was off to the left. And Schmitzer now going to have to take care of himself as things are getting a little aggressive on the court. Schmitzer says, "All right, we're good." A late game scenario, though. After any Edgar miss, they're going to have to foul in a hurry, and sometimes those fouls are a little grabby, and you just got to take that foul, head down to the free throw line. Well, and Josh Burrish now out of the game. It's a senior, and the Edgar faithful will give the senior a good send-off as Burrish now leaves the game. He leaves with 10 points. And in what could be his final basketball game as an Edgar Wildcat, as Edgar is down by 5 and their leading scorer is on the bench, as he sits now and contemplates what could be here in the next 47 seconds. Schmitzer now shooting his free throws. First one is up and good. They extend their lead to 6. It's a 2-possession game. Schmitzer could make it a 3-possession game, and with high school basketball rules, 3 possessions are a lot. That could be almost insurmountable with 47 seconds left, but first things first, he's got to make it, and he does. Schmitzer now 5 for 6 from the free throw line. It's a 7-point Auburndale lead. 3-pointer on the way here, and it's good. 3-pointer by Hafferman. And a foul is going to be called, or is it a timeout? They're going to talk about this. They both happen simultaneously. It's going to be a timeout, so we'll keep it right here for that timeout. Oh, it's a full timeout, so we will take a quick break. Auburndale 39, Edgar 35.
The YMCA's for youth development. The YMCA is for healthy living. The YMCA is for social responsibility. You belong at the Marshfield Clinic Health System YMCA.
Thank you for watching this presentation of live high school sports. Nasonville Dairy is over 125 years in the making and has been supporting Wisconsin sports for just as long. Nasonville Dairy supports 180 family farms throughout Wisconsin and is committed to supporting local dairy farmers and all the student athletes in central Wisconsin and beyond. NasonvilleDairy.com.
Cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmers Cheese, Pizza Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa Refrier, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Cafetieri, Cafla Graviera, as well as making some Gouda, Edam, and a little bit of Munster on occasion.
All right, back here in Auburndale again. 39 seconds left. It's a 4-point Auburndale lead. They've got the ball. Quick score update from Marshfield. Marshfield up 65-40 with 1:42. So it looks like Marshfield for the second year in a row will head to a sectional, as we've got a foul by Edgar. And that'll send Cooper Weinferner to the line. So again, Marshfield up comfortably with 1:40 left. And we'll take a look and see what's going on at Columbus. Columbus Catholic up 69-47 with 3:15 left. So looks like both Marshfield teams are going to head to a sectional. And Auburndale will be right behind them as Weinferner hits the front end of his double bonus. So we are going to have Auburndale, Marshfield, and Columbus Catholic all as regional final champions tonight. Weinferner good there. Marshfield probably the unlikeliest of that trio winning a regional final, as they really had a tough go of it in the Wisconsin Valley this year, but had won 2 games. They beat Wausau East handily, and then revenge up in Mosinee last night. They lost to Mosinee early in February by 2. They beat Mosinee last night by 10. And then Auburndale, probably much like Columbus Catholic, expected to win this regional final, and both will meet those expectations. And we will have 3 more games on Thursday night as as Cale Jacoby hits a free throw, and now up by 7, 28 seconds to left. So again, Marshfield, Columbus Catholic, Auburndale will all be regional final champions tonight. All 3 of those highlights can be found at Zaleski Sports Show on Facebook and ZaleskiSportsShow.com. Jacoby puts what is likely the nail into this coffin here, as Edgar's season will come to an end. Gooden's shot is short, partially blocked by Weinferner. And now it's just a formality for the Apaches, as Erdl will walk all the way down to his side of the field, and we get a standing ovation here in Auburndale for their Apaches, as Erdl will shoot 2 free throws. Mostly standing. 19 seconds, Auburndale up by 8. Erdl leaks it over the front and good. 9-point game now, potentially 10. But this has been played much closer, though, than a 10-point game, as we see junior Carson Butt head off the court, and his fan club rises to their feet. Erdl shot, and that puts it to 10. 10-point lead. And we're going to have an officials timeout here, as there have been warnings now assigned to both teams. There have been some chatter ever since the fouling started about 2 minutes ago. There's been some chatter from both teams. And the official said, all right, let's just play out the last 19 seconds and still be friends when we're done. No love lost, though, between Edgar and Auburndale, football rivalries. And Brewster hits a 3. Weinferner stuck in the corner. He'll be fouled by Caden Higgins. Weinferner now walks to the free throw line. And substitutions for Auburndale, as now we will get a full standing ovation for the Apaches. As they appropriately recognize all of their Apaches here tonight. Nice job by Auburndale, and Weinferner free throw was good, I'm assuming. As the standing crowd has taken my view, and I'm okay with that. They deserve to stand. Their Apaches deserve to be recognized, and they're doing just that now. Weinferner's second is up and good. Substitutions all the way around now for Auburndale. And we run out the clock here, in Auburndale, regional champions, 47-38. PA announcer here in Auburndale, very good at telling us other scores. We await the score of Marathon. That is the expected result there, and that would be the 3rd time that they would face each other, Auburndale and Marathon. and Marathon South rivals again. So Auburndale could play back-to-back Merriwood South competitors, Edgar and then Marathon. That sectional semifinal would be Thursday. But we await that score. We'll get that momentarily. I'm going to head down to the court and we'll get some post-game reaction. Stay tuned. We got the trophy presentation now. I will talk with head coach Chad Weinferner, and we'll talk with our Zaleski Sports Show Highlight House Player of the Game, all coming up here in just a minute. So stay with us. We're not going anywhere.
Head coach Chad Weinferner, please come to the scores table and receive the regional championship flag. The winner of the Marathon Coachella game. The biggest score we had on that was Marathon was leading 64-48 with under 5 minutes to go in that game. So again, that'll be March 8th at DC Everest against the...
All right, Coach, I'll tell you, as expected, regional champions here. Just take us through the game as you saw it.
Thought our defense in the first half was unbelievable. Second half, I thought we lost a little focus at the beginning, but I was really happy with the resiliency. We never gave up the lead, got some big buckets. Gail Jacoby hit some big buckets, hit enough free throws down the stretch, and we knew it was going to be a grinded out, knockdown, drag out fight, and that's exactly what it was.
Edgar with 8 points in the first half, 30 in the second half. Some tense moments there, but free throws down the stretch really clinched it tonight.
Yeah, kind of a mirror image of the last game we played. Them. It was a little tighter here in the second half than the last game, but that's why you play two halves. You win the first one by enough, and the second one you get a little bit of a cushion. I like to give them credit for their defense.
Third game against Edgar, you won 2 of those. It looks like you're going to have a third game against Marathon as they're up big with just a couple minutes left. So thoughts headed into that sectional semifinal against Marathon and playing them the third time this year.
Well, we know each other really well. They're a very good team. There's not a program out there that I respect more or a coach I respect more than Adam Jacobson. They're quality kids, quality people all the way through that program. It's a very nice, friendly rivalry where kids get after each other, but there's never any hard feelings or anything like that, so I'm looking forward to it.
Coach, good luck on Thursday. We'll see you there.
Thank you.
Okay. All right, we will talk to our Highlight House Player of the Game, Gail Jacoby here. We need number 3. Where's the plaque? Are we still taking pictures with the plaque? See if you can grab that real quick. Yeah. So we're going to talk to our Highlight House Player of the Game, Gail Jacoby. He's going to bring our finals trophy right over here so we can get a up close and personal look at that as we on the Zaleski Sports Show, up close, intimate, and personal, and we're going to get it right here. So Gail finished tonight with 15, led all scorers tonight. Edgar scored 30 points in the second half, some tense moments coming down the stretch, but free throws really did it. Just talk about the second half a little bit.
Yeah, we came out really slow. We had a 12-point lead at half, and I don't know, we came out real slow, but then we regathered ourselves and we played really well towards the end of the second half and hit our free throws well at the end of the game to ice it.
You and Colton Yeski, big force to be reckoned with down low. Talk about playing with Colton down low and that chemistry that the two of you have.
Colton's really good. He's pretty much just another starting caliber player. He just happens to come off the bench. He's a very good player. It's great to have him out there.
3-point shooting tonight, and that all is a product of when you two are doing your thing down low, opens up that outside game. Now going up against Marathon on Thursday. Talk about what you're going to need to go up against Marathon and beat them for the third time this year.
We're just going to have to play hard, play well, move the ball, play hard on defense. They got some really good players on the inside, shooters on the outside. We're just going to have to play a good all-around basketball game. Good.
All right, Kale, hold up the plaque real good so they can see it up there on TV, and congratulations. Right. We'll see you Thursday. Good luck tonight. Okay. All right, guys, there we go. Coach Weinferner and our player of the game, Gail Jacoby, regional final champions here in Auburndale, and they took down the Edgar Wildcats 47-38. Like I said, some tense moments, though, in the second half. Edgar actually outscored Auburndale in the second half, but not quite enough to win. 9-point win. Probably about where that game should have landed, I think. That odd first half all the way around. Some mysterious moments happening in the first half. But second half, we had Merriwood South basketball up and down the court. Tight defense, key shots, clutch shooting, and it was a real fun one to watch. So we look forward now to Thursday as we've got sectional semifinal action, and we'll carry all 3 games on Thursday night. Auburndale is probably going to take on Marathon. Columbus Catholic, I believe, takes on somebody. Well, I know they take on somebody. I forget exactly who it is, though. For some reason, I want to say Amherst, but that doesn't sound right. I know Almond Bancroft's over in that group with them, so we'll take a check on that. And then Marshfield's going to win, too. Marshfield over Medford. And so all 3 teams now on their way to sectional semifinals. We look forward to following all of them. So we'll catch you there as we bring you all 3 of those. Again, ZaleskiSports.com is your quickest place to find all links for the live streams. And then tonight, Zaleski Sports Show on Facebook will have highlights of all 3 of those games, including tonight's exciting game here in Auburndale as the Apaches, regional final champions in Division 4, 47-38. Jason with the Zaleski Sports Show. We'll see you next time.